Oh, you're having a laugh. Should let Walter taste it first. But I want to taste it. And as you can tell, it's been 2 years since I did my first solo wild camp, and I thought I'd go back and relive it with a bit of commentary. Also, I've got no new footage, so here we are. This is it. I might not look it at this point, but I was absolutely bricking it. I've never done a solo camp before, and I'd only done about 3 wild camps at this point.
I'll be honest with you.
I had been here before with my brother, which helped. But at least I knew where I was going, sort of.
But
because before you even set off, your brain starts going, what if something's out there? What if I hear something in the night? What if I die dramatically on a hillside somewhere? Totally normal and all part of the experience. But it wasn't just that. I'd left my car in the middle of nowhere, and I'd really hoped that it was still going to be there in the morning.
First solo.
Of course, unless you don't care about your car, and you don't mind putting an insurance claim in. Probably shouldn't say that.
So I'll get a bit further up into the walk. So come along with me. Let's go for an adventure. They don't make those openings very wide, do they? Especially if you've got a backpack on your back. So in previous videos that I've done, I've never shown any cooking because the weather has just always been atrocious. Too windy to set up a...
I was literally about 10 minutes into the walk when nature decided to call. So, as any other man would do, propped myself up against a fence.
Cooking and not just eat snacks.
Don't worry, I didn't film this bit, but Walter wanted to take part 2.
He needed a bath. I bust him for a pee. As I was peeing, Walter ran straight through it. Golden shower. Go on then.
I hadn't done any hiking whatsoever for the last 3 months. You could probably tell by the heavy breathing. I was absolutely blowing out of my arse at this point. Ideally, I should have just worn a t-shirt and taken the fleece off, but my pack was that heavy, I just couldn't be bothered. So I suffered instead.
I've been injured for 3 months. I've not really done much walking. But that was tough for that. You need some sort of level of fitness. 100%. Don't just go out here thinking that you can have a leisurely roll. I mean, there might be some places you can do that, but you know, this isn't even in mountains like Lake District and Wales, and yeah, it's tough.
I should have mentioned some more places really, but I was that out of breath. My mind had just completely blank. Look at this, trying to be all professional with the walk-bys. Absolute YouTube behaviour.
That's the hard bit out where it's like a small dirt track, really slippy, quite muddy, and it's up and it's down, climbing over tree stumps, ducking under tree branches. Yeah, but there's a nice cool breeze now. That is the hard bit out of the way. Definitely need to get fitter, but, you know, one step at a time. No, don't splash me.
Once I got off the main track and started heading up into the hills, things got better. Gunnerside isn't an hard walk and there's loads of places you could pitch. Like this spot, 20 minutes from the car. But no. I wanted the full experience. Middle of nowhere, no people, proper wild camp.
So if anybody that's interested, that's new to wild camping, I'm new. I've only done 3 camps with my brother, my friend called Josh. Let's get over this. I am overly packed, just the usual, and I measured it before I left. Not measured it, weighed it before I left, and it was just under 15 kg. So I think previous packs have been heavier, but I have got Walter's food, a bit more water.
When you first start wild camping, people say always overcompensate for what gear you take. Now I've always overcompensated most of my life, but that's another story. I had taken a lot, but people do say what you don't use, don't take next time. And on this camp, I didn't use my stove, but we'll get to that later. Since that first camp, I have managed to get my weight down. I have still got the same gear, but I take 2 Hipflasks now instead of 3.
Are you having fun? Are you having fun?
Walter was having a lot more fun than me, but he wasn't carrying a 20 kg pack.
Just stopped to have a drink. About 50 minutes
In the next
now.
section, I'm about to give a great speech if you're new to wild camping on what the rules are if you're camping in the lakes or in the hills.
Walter's enjoying himself.
So keep listening if you're new. It's very interesting. It's very
Quite
motivational.
warm, so I'm just having a bit of a breather, cool down a bit. Trying this. Don't know if anyone's seen this. I'm not sponsored by him, I wish I were. Pepsi Blue, it's like electrics. 0 sugar, so I'm having a bit of a sup of that. I have got some water, just needed a...
So just to carry on the ongoing joke that our kid constantly says, Pepsi, if you're watching, DM me,
If you're new to wild camping,
sponsorship.
and you do want to get into it, you know, there is like unofficial rules that you need to follow, because in England, Wales and what have you, it's illegal to wild camp. So it is tolerated in some places. Glasses are steaming up. It is tolerated in some places, but there is guides to follow if you are going to do it. Like Lake Districts, it's tolerated. I think it's 400 metres past the Eiffel Wall, if I've got that right. I'm getting attacked by midges. But if you do want sort of more information on it, there is plenty of guides out there. You know, if you're going to go, do it well away from villages, farms, houses, arrive late, leave early.
Quick one on Leave No Trace. It's something we all bang on about, and rightly so, but you still get loads of idiots leaving the place looking like a festival's just finished. Take your rubbish home. It's not hard.
there's people that want to actually do it as an hobby. You know, they'll leave no trace. So if you are going to do it, take your stuff home with you. Everything, and including poo bags. Leave no trace. Check out the guides. You'll find them all on Google. Say no more. Sheep. Get out of my pack. No wonder we're getting caught on them branches down there.
You're right, look at your pack. You look like Daryl Dixon from Death Stranding.
Last time I came up here, I think beginning of March, I filmed it, and I actually said if you want to bring your dogs, it's a great walk because there's no livestock, and there wasn't at the time, but you have sheep, they are about, so make sure you've got a good lead and a harness or whatever you use for walking your pups. I mean, I know Walter won't chase them, he just ignores them, he's not interested in them, but I just want to have that bit of security, so I know that he is controlled. He don't bolt, I don't think he would, but you just never know, do you? You never know. Almost there now. Can't wait to get this pack off. I've never drank fresh water before, but I have my filter with me, so I am going to try it out. What do we reckon?
Now I had a great idea. I thought I'd filter my own water. Never done it before, didn't really know what I was doing, but I gave it a go. I did get the shits a few days later, but to be fair, I had a dodgy kebab the night after, so we'll blame that.
Just gotta get down off this little... There we go. Yeah, don't look too bad. Should let Walter taste it first. But I want to taste it. Catadine beef free, it's supposed to be one of the best on the market. I'm trying to have a little taste. I am going to boil it, but I just want to taste. Let's have a go. Oh, here we go. I did wash the water filter out and soaked it for a bit, so I don't know if there's a bit of obviously chemical, plasticky taste in there. It don't taste too bad. Walter, do you want a drink? He likes it. Not quite sure. Might be nice in a brew. Well, I'm at Plan B spot.
I'd finally arrived at camp and I'd set up my gear. And as usual, I decided to have a little moan to the camera about the weather.
I come here, as soon as I get to this spot, it starts raining. Can't believe it. Hopefully it'll just go in the next 20 minutes. I don't think it's forecast for tonight, so I'll be able to cook. Fingers crossed. Look, got a little table.
Yeah, you keep those fingers crossed, mate. It ain't gonna happen.
And hopefully the rain stops. Just like that. We're up. 10-15 minutes. Still a little bit of rain in air. And a cracking spot. just nice. So I just need to get me sleep pad up and my sleeping bag in, and then I'm going to feed Walter, because he's just chilling out there all nice. Hey mate. Yeah. He's a good boy. Yes he is. Right. I'm gonna get sorted. Oh, the rain has stopped finally. So I've set up all my bits, sleep pads up, sleeping bags in. Now I have done a full breakdown of all my gear on a previous video, so if you do want to check that out, I think it's a couple of videos down. It shows all gear that I've got, and then there's another video that shows my sleep pad, my sleeping bag, and explain prices and everything in that. So I'm going to feed Walter, and then I'm going to have some food myself. It's 6:15, so it is a bit early to set up, but I'm a good hour and 20 minutes walking, and I'm not going to see anybody. I haven't seen anybody. So I'm going to feed Walter, and then I'm going to cook some food myself. Good boy, Smidge. Walter, don't show me up. Walter, sit.
At this point, I thought I'd show you how well trained Walter is. But I can't take any credit. My wife did all that. But clearly he couldn't be bothered either. Just going through the motions for his dinner.
Well, it started to rain again. Only drizzling at the minute. Not heavy.
Then the rain came, so naturally, I went and did in the tent. In tent. Very Yorkshire.
Some food, don't we, matey? Yeah, we want to cook some food. Yes, we do. But do you know what? I'm enjoying myself. I really am enjoying myself. I'm just laid on my sleeping pad, just relaxing, chilling out, having a bit of a read. I have got a good book recommendation actually. I'm currently reading a book by it's an English author called David Moody. You'd be only really into this book if you sort of like end of the world type books. It's set in England. It's called Autumn.
The good thing about YouTube is it helps you reach out to people. After recommending David's book, I reached out to him just to let him know that I'd put it in my video. He was absolutely brilliant, and he even shared the videos on his socials.
Everyone's going about the business, going to work.
And a couple of weeks after, he let me know that he'd even put my channel name in one of his books. So thanks David if you're watching. He's probably not.
Just comes to a standstill, smashes up motorway, people dropping dead in the street, just suddenly everything comes to a stop. Everybody, other than a couple of people, just drop down dead. The book focuses on like 3 survivors that meet everything, and this is the thing I love about this book. Everything just, it's eerie, silent. The world has just, the world has just gone silent. It's quiet, there's not a sound, and they just don't know what to do with themselves. They're just obviously waiting for someone to come and rescue them, and they don't. And I don't want to spoil too much. 2 or 3 days later, after everybody's dropped dead, because we're in England, there's no guns, the dead don't start trying to bite. Well, I'm not saying they don't attack, but they don't bite. And these 3 survivors are just trying to look for a place of, solitude and away from the city, because you can imagine everybody just dropping dead in a city, and then a couple of days later just getting up and just wandering around. And obviously they've been dead 3 days. They could have been in accidents, they could have been burnt in a car crash. It's just really eerie. And I know if you don't read when you come camping, I know a lot of people do, because I did a poll. Check it out, it's called Autumn. You can get it on Amazon Kindle. It is
like a Living Dead type book. I don't want to say zombie because it's the word zombie is not mentioned, and it's just focuses on these three survivors just trying to live out their life. Well, yeah, just trying to live, or trying to have a future, you know, in this world of dead. And things change as the days go on, and the dead start reacting to sound and what have you. Just like I say, if you're into books, you know, and I'm not going to be reviewing books, it's just what I'm reading at the minute, you know. I can't speak about how beautiful the countryside is every 2 minutes on video, so because I mean it is, and I can just hear water, and I'm looking out at hills, which I'll show you once the drizzle stopped. Yeah, check it out, called Autumn by David Moody. It's a really good, but there's actually quite a lot of them. He's done a really sort of long story, you know, he breaks it up. Autumn, and then there's Autumn the City, and he actually finished them a couple of years ago, and then he started writing sequels to them, but not focusing on survivors, you know. He was focusing on some different survivors. And I mean, I actually had a first edition of Autumn in paperback. My brother-in-law took it to Afghanistan. He was a soldier. My brother-in-law took it to Afghanistan and he lost it and left it out there, and I was checking on eBay to try to buy it again because I had the full series on paperback, and it were worth 80 quid at the time. 80 quid, the first edition of Autumn. Anyway, sorry for waffling on. It's raining heavily. The rain carried on for hours and gave me time to think about life, work, and why I was doing this. Also, I wish I'd brought more pork pies. Been drizzling and now it's coming down a little bit heavier. Please, I hope it stops. And there's Jimmy Spinners trying to get into the tent. My missus would be freaking out. Well, still not cooked any food. I'm hoping this rain stops, but I'm not confident. So, I actually bought some beef jerky. Now, I've never had it before. What's it called? Jack Link's beef jerky, sweet and hot. It's really nice. It's really nice. I am hoping to have some belly pork and noodles. You see, it's I could try to cook inside tent, but when you've got this big boy in with you, it's a bit difficult to manoeuvre, and I can't sit cross-legged. I'll just cramp up. But I'm relaxed, I'm warm, and it is what it is. Still raining. You see that? 7:45 now. 7:45. Am I going to get out to eat tonight? I've had that beef jerky. Walter's asleep. Yeah, it's stopped raining. Well, little spits. Still not out to eat. But this is our camping spot. What do you think? It's lovely, isn't it? Just thought I'd show you around. And then I think I'm going to put some food on. You can have a little bit of a wander around here. Sky looks right yellow. Eventually the rain stopped and I went for a wander. But then the real problem showed up. Midges. I had heard about them. The time it took me to go back to But I never thought I'd experience them like this.
Start spitting again. Oh yes.
So naturally, like any hardcore camper would do, I went in the tent. Again.
I had them all in my tent. I've probably still got some in here now. I don't think I'm not sure if I've been bit. I've never been bit by a midge. But started raining again. I've not cooked anything. Like I say, I have still got some snacks to eat. I mean, I'm not hungry. Thankfully, I'm not hungry at all. I've got a couple of flapjacks. I've got some jammy wagon wheels. Loads of sweets. I've had that full pack of beef jerky, so I'm not hungry. But I just really wanted to cook. But
while I hid in the tent, all I did was moan about how Smidge didn't work.
Couldn't cope with them.
And how many snacks I'd brought. And that I couldn't cook. And how many snacks I'd brought. And it was the third time on a camp that I couldn't cook. And how many snacks I'd bought. You get the gist.
While camping, the weather's bad, or you're attacked by midges, you need to really prepare for those circumstances because you don't want to go hungry. I mean, I've got plenty of snacks. I've got sweets, flapjacks. I've had a full packet of beef jerky, so I'm not hungry.
I did warn you.
Really
I'm still moaning
like a full meal, belly pork, noodles,
that I couldn't cook.
Out there,
and I'm still going on about how many snacks I've brought.
There's a couple still in here.
And that I've eaten the beef jerky. And how many snacks I've brought. Again, you get the gist.
First time I've come across midges. I think Walter were even affected by him because he was rubbing his nose and his face. So I just had to come back in tent. Yeah, I can see a couple on his fur. Not many, but I can see some. So I'm just going to read my Kindle. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. We'll say good night now. What time are we on? I mean, it's only 10 to 9. The midges out there, they're horrendous. So I'm just gonna read my book and just chill out. I'm happy enough. I'm moaning about it, but I'm happy enough. I am happy enough. It's apart from midges and rain. There's no wind. It's a still night. I can hear.
I actually thought you were going to leave it there and not go on about midges and rain. I know. You're happy. You're happy enough.
Sure
and you're enjoying it.
People put the realities of wild camping on YouTube. Maybe they do. I have seen videos of attacked by midges and what have you, but you know, if you want to eat and there's midges about, you're not going to eat. You're not going to eat. 100% you're not going to eat unless you build a fire, but you know, you can't build fires. It's part of the rule. And as soon as I open that door, if we're going to cook in vestibule, if I open that door, they're straight in. Midges are straight in, and they're absolutely, they're in the millions out there. They're in the millions. So I'm going to leave it here, guys. I'm going to I think we're clear. The midges in tent now. If anything happens during the night, I won't be bringing you back. I won't be turning this on. I'll be up and down the hills in my sleeping bag, and Walter will be following me. I definitely won't be turning anything on if it happens during night. I don't understand that. If it happens during night, I'll bring you back. Yeah, bring you back. No, I'll be out of here. I'll leave everything here and come back for it later. I'll go sleep in car. Right, I'm going to say good night. I've waffled on far too long. I'll say good night, and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning.
Well, I'd survived the night. I wasn't eaten alive by the midges or woken up by the middle of the night by some supernatural being, or even woke up getting bumped. No, sorry, that's too far. Too far.
He's already having a swim. So how did I sleep? I hear you ask. Wonderful. I think I fell asleep about 10 o'clock. But it was a still night, doing a little bit of rain, but just light drizzle. But yeah, slept so comfortable, slept really well. I'm going to have a quick brew, and I am going to have something to eat. I have brought one of those all day breakfasts because I am a little bit peckish. And then I'm going to head back down.
Unfortunately, old mucker, the nightmare isn't over yet.
Absolute nightmare. They were all settled in my tent, feeling my ears up my nose. Oh, you're having a laugh. The pot of water fell off my stove.
That sound that you heard there was the last of my fresh water falling off the stove. It couldn't get any worse than this at all, could it? Oh wait.
Water to warm my breakfast though. So the plan was to have some breakfast. It's 7:15, and as you can tell by the setup, the midges are back. There's just too many of them. They're in my ears. You won't be able to see them on camera.
I were absolutely surrounded by millions of midges in the morning. I could not actually get away from them.
They were only 4, don't be soft.
Yeah, cheers for that, Nicola. There were millions, not 4. Don't try to get sympathy from the missus while you're trying to explain Midgel. They don't know what they're talking about.
At 5 o'clock last night, and it just peed it down most at night. But I have really enjoyed it. Honestly, I've really enjoyed it. It's good. Anybody that's thinking about doing it, just do it. I've loved it. I really have.
And I mean that. If you are thinking about wild camping for the first time, just get out there and do it. Don't let anything put you off. Put your pack on, hit the road, and just enjoy it, because it's an experience you'll never forget. Not the midges. No, not the midges.
A breath of wind.
I hate midges.
Right. I'll try to bring you back a little bit later on when I'm down. But yeah, I'm going to get packed up because I can't deal with these midges. There's too many of them. Midgety, anyone? That's it, guys. Can't see it, I've got my glasses on. Nearly 7:30. I'm all packed up and ready to go get out of these midges because they're driving me nuts. I'll speak to you when we're a little bit further down. The midges have gone.
Okay, come on now. Let's give it a rest about the midges. We've all seen it, we all know what you went through. Let's just give it a rest now. And let's reflect on the camp. Give us 3 things that you take away from the camp. Go on, give it a try.
What I take away from my first wild camp? Not my first wild camp, my first solo wild camp. What 3 things? Don't trust the weather apps. Go on, Walter. According to my app yesterday, it was supposed to rain until 5 o'clock and then stop, and then that were it. And it was supposed to be windy. 38 mile an hour to 40 mile an hour gusts. There were no wind, but there were rain and midges. Second, take some extra to eat, because if you can't cook because of the weather, wind, rain, and you can't cook in your vestibule, yeah, just take some extra to cook, because I've only had a little bit to eat.
And I am going to add one more thing.
So
Always take extra water and leave it in your car, or a nice drink, because I'd run out of water completely.
don't be nervous.
And I was gasping for a drink. And by the time I got to the car, I had another 40 minutes drive to the nearest shop. So always leave some water in your car.
This way, Walter. Walter, this way. Go on, good boy. Yeah.
Well, if you've seen this video before, I hope you've enjoyed it. And enjoyed the voiceover. It's the first time I've done it. So let me know how I've done in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe if you're new here. I do videos of camping, hiking and all that sort of stuff. I try to add a little bit of humour, but sometimes it don't work.
I'm going to leave you here.
But yes, I hope you've enjoyed it. And don't forget, midges